Look at man, you so old you don't know what to do with the internet, man.
I told you that, man. I ain't know about the internet. My son, I got ads in the post of pictures. I know I got older motherfuckers during the pandemic. I didn't never want to be on no kind of social media circuit. I let everybody else be that. You can
What's
be anything
going?
you want on that.
Oh man, what's going on, OG? Told you
I mean,
we was gonna finally get it done, man.
yeah, I'm sitting here, chilling. That's about it. It's, it's just chilling. That's about it. I'm glad you reminded me that I forgot all about the thing, the joint tonight. But I'm glad I did because I want to get it out the way. We've been talking about it months and months and months ago.
Yeah. For a
Yeah,
while now. We
yeah,
supposed
it's
to
been a
have about
while,
what 3 weeks ago, but
but I
time
enjoyed your
got away from us.
show. But I
Huh?
enjoyed the show. I enjoyed your show. Your show nice. So you good. But so you
You
be
been
keeping all that from me. See, that's a good. That ain't a good thing. I would have came on trying to help any way I could.
Oh man, we weren't keeping it away from you, man. We already knew what it was, man. Like
Yeah.
I say, y'all,
Well,
we got the man itself, Mr. Cornell Jones. A lot of people really don't need no intro, and he's one of the people that don't need an introduction. But if you young, because a lot of young people don't know, uh, you remember that show on BET called American Gangster before they came out with the movie. He was the thing the first episode.
nah, I was the second. That was no third. But what happened? You had
Third.
Yeah, it was the third. Yeah, and they had to postpone it because something happened. In
Mm,
9/11 and all that crap. But it was 9/11 because we had the armory, and they had to put. So they had to use the armory.
yeah.
And at the same time, I had the tunnel over there. So and Mr. Mason, he asked me about moving. We had to move out the armory. You know, so they had to move out the armory because their building was ready. They was on there temporarily, so they had to move it. So I was the only one can handle the school. So they moved the school into my club.
Oh, that's
Well,
crazy.
it was a banquet hall. It was 30,000 square feet. You put it. It's the biggest goddamn place in the city in one room. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the biggest license in the whole city. Ain't no license bigger than that in the whole city unless you go to a ballroom in a hotel. So I don't know where. But your floor ain't nowhere near bigger than what I had. So, but that's where I was at. See?
Yeah.
And they were talking about go, don't mute go. Wait a minute. When I started my play, the go-go was muted. You couldn't play nowhere in DC. I mean, I know you couldn't play go-go nowhere in DC. Nowhere. I don't care where you can name me where you played in DC. The go-go was dead. I'm the only one bought it back.
What
And
year
it
was that?
sold. That's in 2000 when I opened
Yeah.
my club up. They said I wasn't get my license. All Mayor Bowser and her father and all the rest of them, they told me no go-go. Now they love go-go.
Yeah, it's
You
helping them.
did.
It helps their campaign right now.
Well, whatever they do, but I'm the one that made go-go keep going because they had blackballed go-go in the whole city, and nobody club better not had no go-go in it. I the one had to fight them every day for years, paying tens of thousands just to have legal fees to go after these guys.
Mm.
The police was against it. The mayor was against it. The police was against it. They knew anybody had go-go, the police gonna shut you down. I ran the police out my spot. Right. They told me you ain't getting a license. I'm gonna get a license here. I'm gonna run you. And matter of fact, all y'all get the hell on out. Right.
So which
I
which
told Bowser
clubs
dad the
did
rest.
you have? What clubs did you have?
That was the tunnel. That was, that back then that
Against
was
the
the
tunnel.
tunnel. Right.
Yeah.
Because in New York they had a big tunnel back then. So I had been in the New York tunnel back then and they was jumping. So I
Yeah.
said, shit, maybe I can bring that here. You know?
Mm.
So I turned that big space into the tunnel. It was like a tunnel. You go in there, well, right, like a tunnel, right? You go right up in there.
There you
I
go.
did
Right
all of them.
down in there.
I had Jay Z. I'm the only man kicked Jay Z out of his club
What you kick them out for?
because he wanted to come with an interrupt Chuck set, and Chuck only had 20 minutes ago. I ain't gonna let you get on no stage now. I told you on the first set. Now you want to tell me you ready to go up? No, you're not. You gonna get your ass up out of here. That's what you get ready to do, buddy. If the show is over, it's over. Ain't no more. You think I'm gonna let you on there and stop Chuck? I ain't stopping Chuck for nothing.
Did he ever
Chuck,
come back?
I didn't want him back. What the hell I'm
Oh
coming? Oh,
hell
he
no.
only gonna come where you gonna pay him at. I had to pay him that night, but fuck him after that.
True that. Paying for
Right.
showing up, due
Right.
diligence.
Well,
We can
it was
dig it.
Howard Homecoming. It was Howard Homecoming. It was Howard
Mm.
Homecoming. That's the biggest part of the city. Right.
Yeah.
And I had him hosting and Chuck Brown playing. He could have played. He could have went on stage, but it ain't gonna be on Chuck Brown last set. You got to be crazy, man. That ain't happening. I'm the first man told kick 50 Cent out of the spot and made him pay up. Okay. DC Army. We had back to school with all the kids. Charged them all $20. And he get there now. He want to raise the price because I got a price where he couldn't get up here because it snowed. So I had a rain date. That was my rain date at the DC Armory. So when we get to, so he can't get his bus down in Virginia Beach. They can't get up here the next day. So now we got to get a rain date. When he come at the rain day, he want more money. Hell, buddy, it don't go like that in DC, man. You get out there. First of all, I mean, Anton cigars for all of them who was over there hosting the radio station said, well, uh, welcome to the stage. So and so, so and so. 50 Cent. But he never show up. They
So
do
he
it
ain't even
again
showed up.
5 minutes later. They do it 5 minutes later. No, we on the phone, me and him.
Mm.
Me and him on the phone. And I said, oh, wait a minute. He said, man, I said, no, I'm not gonna give you 30 more thousand. What you gonna do? You're gonna go out there and play for them kids that paid $20 to get in here. And if you don't, get the hell up out of here. Because you ain't getting no dime out of this. Right. You ain't gonna make me go charge them more money. That was it. That was they little back to school party.
Yeah.
And guess what? About the third time, oh, he come, welcome to the state. Then he finally went out. Right, right. So that was cool. He did a little show.
Oh man,
But that was cool.
I got a chance to see 50 live. He put on a good show though.
No,
But I know
had
back
it. No,
then,
I had it
yeah,
many times after that. I had it in my club after that. Right,
yeah,
all the time.
but
Right.
$20 back then was a lot of money for
That's what
back
I'm
to
saying
school.
for school, for back to school kids. Right,
Yeah.
right. They got to go somewhere. Right. So that's what they paid their $20. They came on over and they was in there deep. Now all I
Mm.
would do is say, tell her what happened because they heard the announcer, radio people, and they called him out 3, 4 times. He didn't come.
Yeah.
That's when you're wearing the bulletproof vests and all that was running from everybody's scenes. You know, he's scared of the
Hmm.
turkey, scared of the turtle. You know, they stuck his head into a little turtle, you know, like a turtle. Stick your head in that hard ass
Put his
cat.
head back in the shell.
You're right, put your head in the shell. Nigga. I knew who the niggas was. You know,
He ain't gonna tell nobody that. He
none
ain't
of them
gonna
gonna
let
never
you.
admit it, but that's why I told you the first time in history tell anybody in the world. I told you because you could tell them, nigga, is it true? See, you Bishop King, you can say the fuck you want, nigga. I know you. If you did it, you didn't do it. Tell me why. You up in my VIP suite and all that shit, drinking my fine champagne. Then you gonna go up there with
Uh-huh.
Chuck Brown 20 minutes left this shit. I said, oh no, you earned your money, man. You get the hell up out of here. Okay, now
Oh man,
you ain't going on that stage no kind of way to say hello. Right?
not
Only you gonna
even.
say hello to that front door. Right.
Let's
Right.
get it. Let's get it to you. So when you was coming up, did you ever imagine that you would be as big as you became?
Well, I mean, I don't look at nothing as being I'm big me and you little you. We
Right.
all the same. That's number one. I don't want to be up here
Mm.
and looking down. I want to be beside you, looking at you. So I ain't one of them guys that want to be bigger you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't one of these guys that want to have more than you. I'd have more than every motherfucker in this city. I don't know one motherfucker in this city made more money than me and still got one. I bought 6 houses in the penitentiary on the way home. Okay? I paid millions of dollars in legal fees. I paid the court IRS $1 billion. How many niggas in DC ever did that?
None that I
I'm
know.
just asking. When I got locked up, I left my whole crew millions of dollars. I left my whole crew millions of dollars in work. Whoever in the whole country did that big shots? I'm just asking, man. Nobody asked these questions. See, I've been quiet till damn near till 6 months ago. You
Yeah.
know, so I told you, I said, man, look, I'm gonna come out. I don't even want to come out. I see all these guys on the social media being the biggest they can be. I said, what street you ever ran, buddy? Where you made all your money from? I'm saying, what's the name of your street? You know what I'm saying? I just asked them,
Yeah.
you making it now, you looking like you're $1 million. Where you get it from? What street you made it on? Was there anywhere in the DMV? I said, well, I'm
Yeah.
just asking. Right.
Now,
Right.
I know some people they get mad because we coming from where we come from, we put people like you on a pedestal and they say we shouldn't and things like that. But when we growing up poor, we growing up broke, that's just
Exactly.
the next thing you see is the people with money. You want that. You want to provide for your family. You want your family to be happy and not struggling and so it's different from saying, oh, I want to be a school teacher or I want to be a mechanic. I want to be that. You know what I'm saying? So
And I ain't never had a job in my life. Okay. And I ain't worked for nobody in my life. Okay. I ain't never worked for nobody in my life. But I don't live nowhere where some bunch of black folks live. Okay. I will let you know. I ain't never lived one of them in less than 30 years. Okay. I don't need nothing from nobody. Ask one of them niggas whenever all them niggas get consultant money. They go, you know what they do? They go find all these guys around the country that they idols. This nigga ain't nothing. What we talking about Chris Porter? I mean, what the Alpo and the Porter boys? Right. I knew all them guys. You know, I knew all them guys, afterwards. But I said, well, damn, they killed Rich for he couldn't get 400,000. I get 400,000 in one phone call. And he couldn't get the money to go to pay the people to let his brother go. And I hate to say that. I'm just saying that's what they put guys like that on a pedestal, man. See?
yeah,
And I don't do that. I don't do that for nobody. I don't care what they do. Who could they can be the biggest thing in the world? I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't care. Don't bother me. What you got, I can't eat. I ain't never answered no in a dime in the world. Ask them. I bought 6 houses on the way out the penitentiary, man.
yeah. I'm younger than all of these guys, and I'm able to, what I mean, point you out and say who you is and what you done. But when you hear other people when they speak about the city and that game and coming up like that, they always talk about Rayful. And I see a lot of people don't mention your name, and I
I said,
think it's
okay, I
age
don't
gap.
mind that. Well, you know why? Because
Yeah,
you
that
didn't
was the
have no.
question. How do you feel about that?
Well, Rachel get look, when I was in business, everybody ate. Everybody ate, and you eat with me, you don't bother nobody. That's number one. You don't beef with Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Hmm.
Okay, if they were all eating together, then you leave them alone. Somebody ran away, or I don't have, we don't have nothing to do with it. Do as you do. But if you don't come, see, we had rules. The game was already there. We just had to follow it. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody. I got locked up alone, and I made all my deals to get out. Okay, I won my first case in court when I was 19. Okay, right, Upper Marlboro, bank robbery, right, on bond. So I beat that case. Yeah, I beat that case straight up. They came and got me, took me up Marlboro, locked my butt up, and I already knew what I found in the state agreement of the Maryland Detainer Act. So I
Hmm.
found that, bam, that if you don't come and get me in 6 months, and I already read the library. I know everything in the goddamn law books, right? So I knew when I got there. Guess what? They called one night. You out. That child was dropped because they missed the deadline, not me. I knew. I knew. Right. 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 So I ain't doing no decades in prison. Most of them don't know that when they coming out now. I'm the one that set the way for them to come out. You see, I'm the one to stop. You ever heard returning citizen and all that kind of crap?
Yeah.
Well, the name returning citizen comes from me. I the one created that name. All the guys in the street want to still stay they convicts. They want to say they convicts. I said, no, we returning citizens, man, from this point on. All them old niggas they got mad at me. Now you got the president and everybody using the name returning citizen. That's that's my name.
Hmm.
Right. And anybody around here, did they say that name before me anywhere? And they all get money from returning citizens. Okay?
It sounds better than convict though.
That's what I told them fools. But now that they came around, but I ain't give a nothing about them old dudes. You know, hey man, I don't care nothing about y'all. You keep being your calm, baby. But I'm a returning citizen. I did my time out here. I'm a citizen now. Right.
Yeah.
So I returned as a citizen. So that was the perfect name. But all of them named their companies after that now. Do you think one or whatever called me and said, man, look, every contract you get can salt money on. You think anyone ever called the Cornell, you want to come on? Man, would you get your set of tires, man? Get something. They go around the country and bring a man here, fly him here, put him in a hotel, pay him to be here, and show him around like they're the king. That's what all these other organizations do. It's cool with me. I don't care. But and nobody ever, I never did a podcast. That's you the second one I ever did. That's the reason I don't do them. See what I'm saying? I mean, if you don't call, I'm not. I mean, for you, I come for whatever. Anybody else, I ain't coming nowhere free. I'm
I
tell you my.
appreciate it. You know,
Well, that's why I come for you.
I know they don't have it like I got it. I definitely appreciate it, man. I'm
No,
grateful.
you my man. You my man. I know you. You stand up guy. You talking, do the shit you want to do, and I appreciate it. You ain't afraid of nobody. You do call them out as you see them, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. Just I call it helping my community, letting them see that there's still some some real men out here, in the community or whatever. You know what I mean?
It is, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised all these smiley old Negroes out there. And I hate to say them, but I gotta
I
say
be telling
something.
them, there's a lot of them. There's a whole
There's a
table.
lot of smiley Negroes out there, man. The women love them, but it's cool with me.
Oh man,
They can follow Gucci or Louis or who the fuck they follow, and just so the girls will see them. You know, I say all them suckers going ball million super million now, dude. If they didn't have a bunch of jewelry on their neck, they bought the club. You wouldn't know them from a can of paint.
yeah,
Exactly. I don't need no jewelry. Man, I've been in this street all my life. See, I remember the strippers wasn't black. I mean the whole game. I, Big Beach and the rest of them guys, I drank with them almost every day when it was in Atlanta. South Beach, everywhere around down there.
yeah,
And a lot of these guys, now you look around, you all worship them. Now you look up, they got some kind of paperwork on them. What you mean? They
everybody.
out there fighting the image. I'm not fighting nothing. Nigga pull the paperwork out on me. Right. I'm gonna stand up like a man. I'm gonna stand up like I'm supposed to.
Yep.
So,
So
so
you
I'm
say
cool with it.
you say you went in and you left your crew with millions of dollars, $1 million of work. When you came home, you've been in a few times. So when you came back home, was your crew still a crew, or did they run off with the money? Did some get too greedy, or feel like you was gone and wasn't coming back? Like how they act?
Bishop, when I left everybody millions of dollars, I didn't want to die when I came back.
Mm,
And you know what?
man, that's
You know
tough.
how many times I asked for anybody for anything when I was gone. I ain't do it 10 years, 11 years. I ain't crazy. I ain't gonna do no life for that shit. They came to me and said, "Man, we gonna give you a life right now." Or I said, "Look, how much you say you need me to do?" They said 10, 15. They said 20, really. No, they said 30. That's what they said. Yeah, but I figured, okay, whatever. Whatever you give me that. I've been lucky if I got 15. I'm good. I did 10, 11, I'm good. And that's what my whole goal was, you know. So, so when you do that, so that was
Can't hear you, man. We still can't hear you. You gotta check the all right. You got it on mute. Now hit the mute. It ain't muted. Yeah, we gotta get that together, man. I don't know what's going on, man. We gotta get that together, man. Dynamite guy right there. Y'all go look up Cornell Jones, do some research, man. At least you'll know who we talking to tonight. Shout out to Miss Michelle Blackwell for tuning in and coming on the show as well. Thanks for y'all for tuning in. If y'all on Twitch, Instagram, out on Facebook, either the Go Radio page or the Party Mode Live page, man. If you on YouTube, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties, man, but you know, gotta make sure it's right for y'all. We can't just give y'all any old thing. You did. Again, man, this Party Mode Live, party before the party. Make sure y'all go to partymodelive.com. Spread the word, man. Tell everybody to keep telling everybody, man. And make sure you tell somebody, man. Make sure you go post this, man, and go to the page and share it. I'm sure I shared it. Y'all shared, man. You know what I mean? Sound like you're back.
Yeah, I am back. Can you hear me?
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Hey, thanks. My son, Benny, he got to go to work in the morning. I woke
Yeah.
him up. Help me. I'm glad you told me, man. I had to go in there because I don't know nothing about these phones. I don't even care, but that's somebody else's world. You know what I mean? But I mean, I need it for what I want to, but social media and all that, especially podcasts, I don't be on none of them. So
yeah.
But he know how to link me in and link me out and all that, so that we good.
Okay. So welcome. I would say welcome back. You know what I mean? We can pick up where we left off at. So it was a question while you was out, and somebody said, "Did you and Rayful actually have a relationship, or y'all just stayed in y'all separate corners?"
Well, me and Rayful's mom was a lot closer to him. He's a young guy. Well, but young guy. He one of the nicest dresses on Dunbar. The only other nice dresser on Dunbar was my nephew Tony Lewis. So when they graduated, Tony had plenty of money. He graduated, and Rayful had his money because his mom and dad. But Tony had it. So and guess what? Well, Rayful had to go to two or three other people to get to me. I didn't sell to certain people. I only sell to people that's going to follow the rules of the game. Now, if you see, when I was there, the murder rate was the lowest you can get until almost now. Look it up. The last 30 years, 40 years, who had the lowest murder rate? It was me. Until 1985, when they locked me up to almost 86, that's when the murder rate took off like crazy. You was on murder the city of the sea, some kind of crap back then. Or back then, it was just for the violence. But before that, it was no violence. We all partied together, and we had everybody had lavish free. Nobody paid for a party with us. The party was always free. You know who you were.
Yeah.
We had the best. We had the best champagne. We had the best entertainment. Me and Chuck Brown were like this. I'm the first one gave him $2,000 in their life. You see, I made his career a couple of times. See, he had never made mine. See, I don't. None of them can help me. I'm helping all them. He called me a couple of times to come get his career back started. See, he was with Jay-Z. I remember I just mentioned that.
Yeah.
In the biggest spot with Jay-Z, and everybody was balling. They ain't caring really about Jay-Z sitting there watching him in the window right there, drinking champagne. They making eyes, but Chuck was the man who had everybody jumping, at that time. So, and when I go back, right now you're talking about 50 years ago. Well, Chuck was here way before 50 years ago. See what I'm saying? Chuck was back here in the 60s. People don't. I was 13. I just carried equipment down the steps at Matar, starting tipping up on the boat ride. I was 13, 14 years old. So Chuck knew me well. Right. I mean, when he made money, all when Chuck had with the Soul Train, I had to put him out my house because he wanted me to go with him. I said, man, I'm not going. He was on Soul Train. I bought him 3 brand new Italian suits, brand spanking new, Italian, nice, really nice. Way before Versace had anything running around. So right, so he picked the suits up to head to the airport. He wanted me to go there. I said, man, I ain't going. I don't want to go. He said, man, get the camera. I said, man, I ain't going nowhere. You going out on that West Coast? I don't want to go out there. I retired. I'm a retired world traveler. See, that's why the number was. See, everybody else talk about world travel, everything on social media. I've been around the world. Well, what the hell you going that for? That's a whole white goddamn country. The hell wrong with you? You want me
Look,
to?
they made it seem like the white is right, you know.
Yeah, they want to do the Greece. They want to do all that shit. You know, I've been to all them countries. They're all white. They hate black. Well, they love American black, but they hate any other black because they come from another country that's poor. See, we're the only black that wasn't poor. See,
Mm.
but that, so now they don't care nothing about you. Go around the country now. You know, everybody's, you know, everybody, the boat rides and everybody take the boat, whatever. Enjoy your life. But I don't want to do that no more. If I can't fly 3-4 hours away and have fun out the country, and I can do that. That's not a problem. I can go right down the Caribbean and I can get anything I want right there. South America, Central America. Right.
Mm.
But that's
So
far as I'm going.
as far as you go.
That's far as I'm going, unless I have to go to Europe somewhere for something. Right. Outside of that, forget it. I'm not going nowhere else. I'm going where my people at.
Mm.
My people want my dollars. Not all them rich crackers you go and try to hang around. See, when I get my people $10 tip, they appreciate that $10.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? They appreciate that. You go to all you can eat buffets and all the Caribbean now. You leave the Jamaican away to $5 whenever you eat. You know,
So
she's sure
cuss me out.
that. Right, you're gonna be there 3, 4, 5 days. Every time she come, you got to see every time you go and eat. She gonna make sure she gonna take care of you. She want that $5 tip. Right, I always tell you, look, baby girl, get you $20, get you $100 in tips. I'm 20, 5, too. That's 25 is 100. Right. So if you can get them 25s out the whole time you there, you did a good job. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
but that's what it's about. You know, you want to go around your own people and be good. And I'm happy. Don't call me nothing. It's cheaper to go down there to live than it is live here.
Yeah, I
A lot of
heard.
people I know live there in both places right now. Right. And your money go a long way.
So just listening to talking this far, it sounds like mostly in your entire life, you know what I'm saying, you mainly was basically looking out for the people. Well,
Man,
the people around you, I say.
look, if somebody did something better than me, then let them come on now. I just tell me something they did that's good that I can remember. I don't remember none of these motherfuckers doing too much of good or nothing. But I ain't gonna talk about them. But I don't remember 'em. But I don't know your name. When you go to anywhere in the world you go, you call my name. They know me. They're gonna ask about me for anybody in the whole city. And I hate to say it, everybody's supposed to be plugged in. Okay, well you go around see anybody know you around the world.
Yeah, everybody plugged in. Now everybody got the trap jumping. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the point is, where it at? Where's happening at? I mean, I understand who you. I mean, y'all. Yeah, I mean, everywhere you go, you got everything in the world, as far as you can say. But you do, and
yeah,
most you get from the government.
these dudes get about 500, 700 to $1,000. They think they balling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's good enough for them. It's good enough for me because I don't want nothing to do with you. Just do your
500 to 1,000 ain't worth me going to jail or risking getting robbed from it.
man. If it ain't, I can make 100 million anytime I want. But I don't want to do it. I want to leave every motherfucker alone, leave me alone. I ain't never worked nowhere. I got enough to last me the rest of my life. I'm good. All my money is from 85 and from the 80s. Okay. All my money from the 80s. I own stadium. I own the stadium club. I'm just one guy in tax show with stadium club about 9 years ago before I even got on this social media crap. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They say they got you for 1.3 million tax evasion.
I just paid them. I just paid $250 million.
Mm.
I just had to pay them $1 million. And you know, and I had my plea deal. The judge wouldn't even take. He said it was too easy on me.
He
Right.
wanted to get you for
I
some
only
old
paid
shit.
5 years, both of them, and I took a 3-year cop. Now my maximum I get is $30. This man said, "Oh wait, you ain't charging enough." I waited I had to go a year. I had to go back about 7 times to plead guilty. He would not let me plead guilty. Have
Mm.
you ever heard that anybody in the whole world ever doing that? Anybody in the whole world, man. Think about it. How many times they ever went to court and couldn't plead guilty?
They
You go
usually
to
just
court,
make
you're
sure
right.
that's what you want to do and they move with it. That's it.
Man, look, I knew what I wanted to do. I made my deal. It's just that I don't know. Your deal don't work in here. And the prosecutor, he cursed him out every day for making a deal, giving me a deal. I couldn't get my 60 months. This motherfucker gave me 54 months. And that's the maximum I can get. So I said, and how come it take me a year to plead guilty, and I have to plead guilty without the deal?
Mm.
I had to do that, right? Because
And
the
the
judge,
maximum was already 60.
right? That's all I'm facing. 60 months for the stadium, right? Right. And I'm a silent partner at the stadium. No, I ain't bothering nobody.
So you had stadium, you had the tunnel. What else you had?
Well, I had a few places that you invested in, but I try to help all the brothers, that had places back in the day. I mean, a lot of places I helped, a lot of guys I helped,
Mm.
they try to get a place. But right, the Maverick Room, I took Chuck in the Maverick Room. Wasn't no Maverick Room until I went in there with Chuck. That's what he made, busting and lose. Run Joe, run Jew, money, money, money. Okay? Where's all these go-go dudes then? Well, a lot of them guys around, but a lot of them other guys, they told them, they control, whatever, they control, whatever the hell they do. Right.
Yeah.
They know more than me.
Yeah, once you get popular, it's like you can't, anything I say now, they're gonna believe it.
Well, I
You know
mean,
how that go.
that's just our people, that's all. I mean, like I said, you think any one of them ever look back and help the old timer on their block?
Nah.
Or the old lady that lived on their block or lived
Nope.
around their block? Do you think they ever go back and want to help them? They
Nope.
don't help nobody. And the
Can't do
brothers
that.
in front of you, the older brothers, they're the one that paved the way for you to come where you at.
Yeah.
See, I that all these contracts they had on no ex offenders. I remember that. I had to fight for that. Ban the box. I did that. The church and state with George Bush. Clinton gave me $78 million. And what I did, we didn't ask for us. We asked for 25 cities, major cities like Washington, Detroit, New York, Chicago,
Hmm.
Georgia. Right. All the 25 cities got $3.3 million. He gave me 78. That 3.3 for every city group. So you can get that 2, 3 groups. That'll help the groups.
Yeah.
Right. So we get here. Eleanor, the Congress lady, Eleanor, she said, and then the money comes from the Fed, so that got to go through her.
Hmm.
So she wanted to snap it off before she do it and give it to somebody in Washington. Right. They called me, said, Cornell, I said, oh. I'm not, you don't call me and make a deal on the side. You're not going to give me a dime unless we all going to get the dime. You see. And they did to me a couple of times. Eleanor and them did that. So what Clinton did, he took the $78 million to put it back and forget it. And he was out of the office. Because
Hmm.
if we didn't get it, he ain't going to get the money to nobody. Right.
Yeah.
So he took it back. So Bush came in. The first thing he picked up was that same proposal I gave to Clinton. He turned that into church and state. Now what he did, he gave all the money to the pastors and the churches, not us. Not us, not a returning citizen. He didn't give it to us. That the money, the first one, he gave all the money to the pastors and the churches. That's like when the churches got super big at that time. Super big. They were doing all the daycare, all the after school program, all the lunch program, all the ex offender coming home program, all the training, everything. The church was doing that. So that's the first church and state. That's the breaking of the first church and state at that time. So Bush took that 78 million I had on the table and made it to billions, give to the same people we were giving it to. Because our proposal, we had we had churches with us also. We had about 10 pastors with us anyway. But the pastors wasn't going to take the money. The money was going to the program in the spaces. You know what I mean? What happened was, instead of giving to anybody in the world, they gave all the money to the church. And the government, first time in history, could never do that. Give the money. You can't do that. You can't give religious organizations government money unless they bid on it. They just gave it them, right? And all the preachers, they came to me, say, Cornell, we got you. I said, you got me what? The hell you go? If you ain't got we ain't all together, and y'all just want to take some money and give me a little something. I don't want it. I turned the money down many times. I don't
So,
want that.
in the politics, did you have any relationships with Jesse Jackson?
Well, I knew, Jesse's son. I had Jesse and his son and his wife. Whatever her name. She lived right there on 4th and T Street. The house right there in that. And the first Mayor of Washington, right across. She moved right across the street from Mayor Washington's house, right on. That's on 4th T also. That's for 401 T, and she had the house. That's for 100 T. She had the house 401 T right across the street.
Gotcha.
She still in there, I remember her real well. I remember when Jesse got in trouble with the new baby. We was down at on Fairmont Avenue at the office, and she came, and the mama came to the door. I mean, what I mean by his wife came to the door. She started kicking the door in. They first found about the baby. She wanted in there because she gonna take his head off. Well, that's what she come down there for.
She come to talk. Yeah.
Baby. She kicked the door in. Nobody can stop her.
Oh man, you ain't stopping no angry black woman anyway.
No. I'm just saying that. But that wasn't like the Congress lady. I don't want to help her do everything. I don't want to put her Christmas lights up. I don't want to help her clean up, do everything around her house back there. I don't want to drove her around. When DC Democrat didn't have a campaign quarters one time, guess what they called me? The last minute. So now I got to go fix the whole campaign headquarters for the Democratic Party and the DC Party. So they gave me old Sunday surplus down 14th F somewhere.
Give us a little history on Mayor Bowser and her father and y'all relationship.
Well, Mr. Bowser, I know Mr. Bowser a lot better than I know his daughter. Okay, because he the one of them came and tried to shut my club down. Remember they had fighting go-go?
Yeah.
What was going to be done in the city? They come to tell me that. I said, oh, wait a minute. And he's an older man. He had a crew with him. Important crew right now. They're still important over there. And I just let them know, no. I'm going to bring my license over here. If I'm going to follow the rules, I'm going to get it passed. And you, the police chief, the mayor, and everybody else you want to know, go try to stop that. And they couldn't stop it. And they don't know how we get passed. They don't know. I know. Damn near the chairman. I didn't say the chairman. I said almost the chairman, right? So all I know is going to go past. You can say what the hell you want. You're going to give me this liquor license in here. Right. Right. So Echo stays there. Live Nation owned the joint, the biggest concert people in the country. They run the spot in that. That joint is packed every week. Packed. They DJ 200,000 a year. 200,000.
They was blaming all the violence on go-go and you can't have this and all that.
Man, everything was on go-go.
Yeah.
Everything was on go-go. Everything was on go-go. But like I say, I wasn't going to let them shut them down. From that point on, the place over there, I had to go to clean the whole neighborhood up. Everything, as big as your hands, big as your whole arm running around over there. I had to clean that whole community up. Now, guess what? That community getting so many dollars in taxes now. You got Conway, you had Stadium, you had Echo State, you had a couple of brown and right back. But right now, the joint is getting millions and millions and millions of tax dollars. When I went there, nobody in the world even wanted to go in the neighborhood. So I had to fight to clean the neighborhood up so they can go there. So they all living good there.
All living good.
They all living good. They got the biggest weed grower in the city sitting right there. Been sitting there probably 12, 13 years. Nobody know he's sitting there. Right.
Man,
Right. White, yeah, white company. Right. Right.
this government something else, man. Blamed
White.
everything on go to keep us away from they precious white people, huh?
Well, look, they love go-go now. And
But
everybody going to make sure they love. They don't let them
the same people who was trying to close go down now
It's the
is
same
the
one.
ones getting put up on the pedestal for loving go today.
Man, listen, I can
I'm gonna
call the
put these
names.
names
No,
together.
they want to call the names, But we are the Bowser family. But they can't. Mr. Bowser came and them came around. Now, she was young. She just was hanging with her daddy back then, you know. But well, so we all chopped it up. We all became friends. We all was good. So that in the bottom line, I got what I got, and they adjusted to whatever we were doing. That's why go-go was so popular now in DC. But back then, you imagine if you didn't fight them back then, where would go-go be today?
Hmm.
What tape sound? And they already got a ban on DC, and everybody in the whole country knows a ban on DC.
Yeah,
Right?
for the people that's watching, if y'all can remember, y'all probably won't remember that whole fight, but you can remember, like, for example, you had TCB who had their name Polo and the Boys, because TCB was known as the go-go band who couldn't play
They
at
couldn't
certain,
play.
they
They
couldn't have
uh,
go-go's. So people would
and,
change
and,
their name just so they could play in these venues. That's just an example, you know what I mean?
but
Um,
they right. And none of these jokers helped me. They ain't say
quick,
thank you. You made a way for us. They ain't say nothing. They all getting paid off of it. It's cool.
they're not gonna mention your name unless it can
They
actually
ain't,
be
they ain't,
beneficial to
I'm
themselves.
gonna do like I'm doing. You telling the truth. See, I
Yeah.
can say everything I say. And they can call me a liar right now on social media, and I get a hold to it, and I say, don't show me.
DJ Rick just entered the building. What's up, DJ Rick?
What's going on? What's going on, Cornell?
Hey, what's up? I ain't know that. What's going on? Everything good? Sitting here talking to my brother Bishop right here. He got
Hey
me.
man, you might not remember me as a kid, but y'all used to chase me from around Handover Street every day.
I remember you, Rick, because we didn't, you know what? We didn't allow kids around where business was being taken care of.
Yeah, man, y'all used to run me.
Growing, growing up,
Y'all used
business
to,
going on, ain't no kids gonna be around here.
yes
Right.
sir, man. And
We
I
don't,
kept telling, I told them, I said, man, Cornell used to chase me from around there every day. He
I
said,
made sure you had candy money.
yeah.
I made y'all feel y'all had candy money. So
Sometimes,
I,
cause the Chesleys. You know my family
oh,
the Chesleys and that and
oh man, yeah.
when we was kids, I used to tell them, I said, man, Cornell used to give me money to go school shopping, man. And a lot
Yeah.
of people just don't know how good of a dude you was, man. But hey, I'm one to say it, man. You was one hell of a dude, man.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. But see, it's okay. I don't mind. And people stop me on the streets and say the same thing all the time. But I don't mind because I'm just happy to help somebody move their life ahead. That's
Yeah,
all. Right.
yeah,
And you know and I know that we all the same people.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
Hey, so
Yeah, I wish I could meet
uh
somebody, but I can't.
Cornell, how did you feel about the I know when I watched the American Gangster the series, right? I'm a kid. I watched the joint. I just thought at that time, you know what I'm saying, that the damn DC on the map for real now. You know what I
you.
mean? How did you feel though watching it? And did they
Well,
get it right?
I really didn't want to do it. I didn't want nothing to do, but they came to everything they take is on public record.
Yeah.
See, so I can't stop what you go public record and get. See, if it's public record, that's what it means. The public can get these records. That's
They
why I
don't
say
even and they don't need you,
they
however you
don't
want to
need
put
certain people.
it.
I was on American Gangster 2 or 3 times. Buddy of mine, Phil Mitchell, that ran the Cali's, the whole L.A., Oakland area, right? He was all up and down the highway. That's
Hmm.
Phil. That's the first one I was on. Phil's joint. Well, the Phil was my
Yeah.
man. that work together, man, just like that. You know. So I mean, so you know, a lot of things like that. But I mean, but you know, we follow the rule. You know, we try to follow whoever set the rule in front of. That's what we follow. You know, I mean, you get caught up in it, you pay your price, you come on out and do your time, and keep moving. You know,
Keep moving.
everybody. It's easy to snitch and get out the way and be a secret snitch. A lot of secret snitches out here.
A lot
I
of
mean,
them.
it's easy to do that. Now, why I can't ruin nobody else's family doing that? You know, I hear rotten dude. You know, so,
When you went to prison, how they treat you in prison?
I know everybody in the country. Any big boy you know in the country, they know me. See, every one of them know me. They bought me food every day. The Italians, the Asians, the Caribbeans. They bought me food every day. They bought me food every day. Fat Jack. You remember Sopranos?
Yeah.
But that's about my friend. Tony was Fat Jack.
Mm.
Tony Soprano, but that's my friend. That's Fat Jack out of Jersey. He wrote that book. HBO stole his show. So he got out. He stepped to and they were so scared they gave him a show. But they already took that show. Well, they took it. He was in jail. You know, they blocked it like HBO do, you know.
Yeah.
But they made it to the Serious Sopranos, you know. And they ran off that same. That was him in New Jersey. That was him. He the one did everything. Got shot, smoking coke, and all the rest of that crap. That's him, Fat Jack. I read the book way before the series came out. You
Oh,
know.
dope.
So I mean,
That's
all
what
of
they
them.
did People with a Wire too.
But the wire, why did the whole wire? Marlo was my cellmate.
Hmm.
Marlo, all them Southport, all them got. It was about Marlo. Marlo said to myself, I mean, every day all night. Tell me the whole story, everything he did. They ain't lying. He did what he did.
He did that shit. He did whatever they said he did that shit.
He sitting there, he drinking. We in jail and we drinking, you know. So we got bottles and everything else. So he's sitting there and we in jail drinking, smoking, whatever. But the point is, he telling me everything. I don't even want to hear this stuff, man. You know, he getting ready to go to life in jail. I'm getting ready to do my little time, get the hell on out. But I know all that shit he said he done. I know something wrong. I just know.
I know something wrong.
Right. Well, I know they ran Baltimore. You know. Right.
Yeah, I hear he home now though.
Yeah, he been home.
Yeah, yeah.
All the sons, them, they getting money over there.
Yeah, that's how I heard he was home with his
All them
sons.
guys, right. To me and all his sons, you know, Cat Eye Joe and all them, they're all his brothers.
Yeah.
See, Tamir was the man. Yeah. Right. He was the man. See, modeling him, you know, was under him in so many words.
That's
You know,
what I heard.
but you know, but that's serious. See, that's so easy you can do. Right. Back at them days. That's the number one series in the world. Probably, and Obama said that's his number one show. Right. Big said it. So
Because everybody like the shows. They just, you know what I mean. When the politics jump in there, they gotta say we got to get the bad guys out. Even though they go home every night and watch them and read about them, and they love them secretly, they can't do it publicly because it's gonna make them look like one of the villains.
they watch them every episode. They watch it. If they ain't watching, they tape it. Okay. And matter of fact, they've been approaching me about doing one in DC as we speak. They're doing the writing right now and doing one in DC. But we
Yeah,
should.
I was gonna ask you. They try to do a movie about you.
Well, they doing that too. So I mean, I just started coming out back. You know, like I told you before Christmas.
Yeah.
I told them, "Oh hell, I don't need that. Well, I don't want to." Just for the beginning of New Year, I said they just all of them just started coming into play. Like we got homies already in L.A. on the West Coast. Been out there 20 years, 25 years. They understand what the city is about, right?
Right.
You know, so yeah, so you know, we cool. We putting something together, you know.
You got a book coming out too.
Got that coming out too. So yeah, we're gonna try. Look, I'm selling me now. How about that? I don't need. I'm gonna give it to whoever. You know, I'm gonna make sure that it's given to the right people. So
is it gonna be this year though?
yeah, all that's coming out this year. Right.
Okay.
We already got the series. We just looking for the final financing on it. Now we just don't want to make a couple of episodes and go to the cinema up in what is that? The Astor Film Festivals and all the film festival around the world. You
I
take
know what
you
you're
know
talking about.
you
Yeah.
take, you take
Oh, look like we freezing up again. Y'all got that. Y'all still working off that Hanover Wi-Fi. We gotta get, we gotta get the universal Wi-Fi going on.
Yeah, baby.
You know what I mean?
Pop them out, pop them in.
Probably.
Hey, bro, this been a hell of a show, bro. You did a fantastic job, man.
Man, appreciate it, man. Just trying to, let certain people come on.